Hello everyone, Thranx here, and welcome to November's Top 10 Must-See Tourist Planets in the Eissentam Galaxy on normal difficulty. What's that? You're not in Eissentam? No, don't leave. Consider joining the Thranxian Discord. Many of your fellow travelers have already joined, and taxi service is available upon request, either from myself or a fellow Thranxian. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. Coming in at number 10 is a planet known as Void Nest. I selected this planet to be included in our list mostly because of what I think it has a potential capability to be. At first glance, the planet appears to be quite unusual. Lots of void eggs and your typical alien infestation, which makes for a pretty interesting sight. But the biome of this planet is actually known as the Nest. This begs the question, what will these planets be used for? Hello Games has already hinted that the Origins update was merely the start of something bigger, laying the groundwork for things to come. So it stands to reason that planets known as the Nest will, at some point, become relevant to something. It's also kind of neat to look at night. If you want the coordinates, we're going to put them up on the screen, and then keep going. Coming in at number 9 is the planet Bogana. This planet I chose because, well, it's kind of a neat swamp planet. Unlike most swamp planets, it's not really temperate. Instead, it registers as a toxic swamp planet. The colors are fairly nice. Purples and oranges, and of course, the crystal blue water. But what really sets this planet apart, in a way that I chose it, is the fauna. Not necessarily because it's particularly unusual, but because there's just a lot of it, and a lot of variety. Very few creatures seen on this planet have any sort of relation to each other. I mean, from burrowers to floaters. There's really no shortage of biodiversity on this planet. I have to admit, though, the number one reason I chose this planet is because of the oceans. Very clear as far as oceans go, and beautiful blue. The waters teem with life. Not only are there many predators, not shown necessarily, but the schools of fish can become so massive very quickly. I only just jumped in the water a second ago. This isn't even its full potential. If you want the coordinates, there they are. Coming in at number 8, from the month of November, we have Toxiciana. This planet is almost entirely ocean. I mean, there's land, but wow, not much. The clouds are very wispy, and the water goes on and on. Beautiful reds. When you do find islands, they tend to be rather mountainous and large. There is maybe the very occasional flat island sitting out there like an atoll, but for the most part, there's just not that many. The waters, beautiful fish, huge algae blooms, and light reactive anemones. This planet has some amazing colors, and it's all toxic. Even on the ground, there really is no flora to speak of above the surface of the water. It's all just rocky. No, the bulk of the life is underwater in the Crimson Ocean. I also have to admit, the sunsets as you cruise across the ocean. They really are something to behold. If you're looking for the coordinates to this planet, here they are. Coming in at number 7 is a planet that I named the Electric Mountains. This planet was named specifically because of the mountains, is that they are incredibly jagged, not so much as sheer cliffs. They are tall, but not the tallest we've seen. They are steep, but not really the steepest we've seen. No, I chose this planet because the mountains are an unusual cobalt color, with even more interesting mineral and flora fusions that have learned to grow symbiotically as they crop off in all different directions. The electric yellow sky is very entertaining, but more than anything, these mountains just look sharp. They come to incredible points and almost slice the air like the edge of a knife. Not a lot of land to gain purchase on when you're trying to walk around or land your ship. What can I say? I don't know. This planet just left an impression on me. If you're looking for the coordinates for this planet, here they are. Next up on our tour through the memorable planets of November, at number 6, is Oil Painting. That's right, that's the name of the planet. It's Oil Painting. This planet is highly radioactive, suffers intense radioactive storms, and it's infested with abyss alien energy. But when the storm clears, you get a good look at what the sun is doing to the local area. You notice that everything is smeared brown and rainbow, almost like you're looking at it through a sheen of oil. Aggressive sentinels and multiple bipedal aggressive predators make this planet a little something of a nightmare, if not really beautiful to look at. Maybe it's a little too extreme for your taste? I don't know. It did stand out to me though, and that's why we've got it here as number 6. If you're looking for the coordinates to this planet, here they are. Coming in at number 5 is Separatus Majoris. I knew this planet was going to have to be in our top 10 the minute I found it. Oh, where to begin? Well, first of all, it has incredibly high mountaintops. I mean, mountains that reach right up to the cloud deck. Especially when you couple that with the fact that there are the large ring mineral formations and even more unusual large trees. That's not what this planet is here for, though. Oh no. I'm just going to pick a random island. I'm going to coast off into the ocean. And I guarantee you, we're going to find a massive cave. For whatever reason, this planet has some of the largest underwater caves I've ever seen in the entire game. They're wide open. They go incredibly deep. Look at this entire enclosed area here. Some of these caves go down almost to 100 units. In fact, if we follow this one down, you can see we're starting to push down into the lower 80s, and we haven't even hit the sea floor of the cave. We're still in the top half of the cave. It's amazing. If you want the coordinates to this system, here they are. Next up on our tour of planets from November, we have Lights and Colors. Okay, maybe it's not the most creative name for a planet, but hold on. Hang with me for a minute. No, it's not just some atmospheric effect, although, to be fair, the sunsets are pretty amazing on this radioactive planet. No, what is really amazing is the fauna. Well, the flora, too. As the sun goes down, you can really start to see that there are some unusually illuminated creatures on this planet. Yes, that's right. But again, it's a misdirect, because that's not the most amazing thing about this planet. This planet just gives and gives. The caves that follow the fault lines of this planet have an unusual situation where they generate with not one, not two, but three types of colors. Red and green cave marrow found on the ground, and blue flora pinned to the ceiling give these caves a shimmery effect. I don't know why, it just makes me think like they're filled with jewels. If you want the coordinates, there they are. Coming up next at number 3 is a planet called Gardenia. Here on this planet, the grass is a very lush green, very tall in some places with ferns. There are no trees to be found. No, instead, this planet has your bioluminescent fungus, as well as some fungus that just is shimmery rainbow colored during the day. The skies are a sort of sallow yellow, but that all goes away quickly once the sun goes down. Then you can see the sheer amount of bioluminescent fungus that exists on this verdant planet with rolling hills. Oh, did I mention there's no predators? Oh yeah, there's no storms either. This planet really just gives and gives. And this isn't an isolated patch, no. No matter where you go on the surface of this planet, you will be bombarded with shimmering greens, yellows, pinks, and blues. Really, when it comes down to it, if you're a fan of the series, you knew this planet was going to have to be in the list. If you want the coordinates, there you go. Coming in at number 2 is a moon known as 01. This moon had to make the list of tourist destinations of November almost by popular demand. The comments and feedback we got for this world were astounding. An anomalous moon featuring mechanical mushrooms, giving this world a very robotic feel. The only thing more robotic than that is the sentient fauna that exists. I mean, we're talking pinks, purples, bubbles, anomalies, robotic fauna. You just knew this had to make the list. Did you think it was going to be number 1? I did. I actually thought this planet was going to be number 1. I don't necessarily have any metrics that were putting this together. I'm just kind of going by which ones gave me the most memorable feeling inside. I guess ultimately this one might have had a better chance of being number 1 if there was more than 2 types of robotic fauna, but there's something about the majesty of this moon you just can't deny. If you're looking for the coordinates to 01, there they are. Last but certainly not least, no, number 1 on our top 10 list means it's the best, the planet Refraction. This planet is sort of a sleeper and really snuck into one of our episodes during the series, where if you were only to look at the planet during the day, you might have to be forgiven if you thought it was just a typical planet with bubbles. Now maybe I just have a soft spot for bubbles. Maybe I just like to be really thorough in my planetary exploration. But as I hung around here, something became quickly apparent. Sunsets on this planet cause some of the most intense color diffusion we've seen on any planet. I mean, I don't know if you saw October's top 10 list. Iridesite has nothing on refraction. Again, maybe I'm biased because of the bubbles, but if the longer I sat here and just watched the sunset, the more it was obvious that there were many layers to the way these colors would eventually shape out. That concludes our top 10 list. If you're looking for the coordinates to this planet, here they are. What am I going to do with the last little bit of this video while we watch this magnificent sunset? Well, a couple of things. First, I'm going to say thanks to everyone who helped us get to 10,000 subscribers. That's just a milestone that blows my mind. I can't believe we've made it this far, and I couldn't have done it without all the fans. Support, engagement, reactions. I'm deeply appreciative. What else? The video? I made this one a little shorter than the last one. Let me know in the comments if you liked the quicker version or the longer version of this video. For our 400th episode in the No Man's Sky series, we're actually going back to Euclid. So if you're one of the people that's been commenting that you can't get to Eissentam, don't want to get to Eissentam, you want Euclid planets, December's going to be all Euclid. So there's that. That's really all I got. Thanks, everyone. And I hope you've had a good time watching. Because as always, I've had a good time playing. Until next time, take care.